Hello, everyone. My name is Karen Gondoli, and I am the CEO at Leostream. We provide as you can see here, remote access and connection management platform. Now, typically, what you would be looking at now would be a demo coming up, but we're going to go in a little bit different direction today, and we're just going to have a conversation. And what I want to talk about in particular is why Leostream is a great solution for secure environments. And these secure environments could be perhaps you're a federal customer, so you have very isolated networks. You have machines that aren't allowed to talk out to the internet at all. This could be an environment that's just locked up in a private network up in AWS for a variety of different reasons. Maybe you're looking at a private cloud that's specifically targeting like Azure GovCloud or something. Basically, the whole idea here is you have an environment that is not allowed to communicate with the outside world for any reason whatsoever. And so that means all these solutions out there that have hosted components where the person is providing a service for you as part of your platform, that's not going to work for you because that needs to call out. Well, thankfully, that's not how Leostream works. We package up software, we give it for you to install, and then you can manage and maintain your entire environment to yourself. So, why is that great for what I'm calling now dark sites? So, sites that can't speak out to the internet. Well, for one thing, obviously, you have complete control of your entire environment. There are no off premises components. So you're not wondering if someone is keeping an underlying operating system up to date or wondering if there's some vulnerability that their machine is particularly susceptible to. You maintain control of everything. So in the case of Leostream, we install on a Linux operating system, and then you can always apply the patches to that operating system as applicable in to your corporate standards. So control is huge for these types of environments. The other thing, as I mentioned, isolating the network. Because you have all of the Leostream components on your own premises or up in your own private cloud, there's no phoning home. We don't have an external license server that your connection broker, your Leostream environment is pinging back to. Everything is encapsulated inside of your network. Very important for security reasons. You don't need to open up any firewall rules to the outside world or even install any additional license servers inside of your environment so that it can ping back to your own license server. None of that whatsoever. The other thing is really ensuring privacy. If you're working with a solution that has a hosted aspect that you're calling out to, very likely there are other organizations calling out to that exact same machine or infrastructure that's hosted. And I know that all the vendors are very, very careful and take security very seriously, but I work with our CISO here at Leostream, and they've just got me scared of everything when it comes to a security standpoint. So being able to ensure privacy and ensure security because you own that infrastructure, I think is very important in this day and age, particularly in these highly secure environments that you need to build for government or federal sites, no matter what size you are, whether you're at the local level or all the way up to Fed. The other thing too is remaining flexible. A lot of the solutions out there that have a hosted component, they lock you in to the architecture that requires that particular hosted component. And so now you're kind of stuck with a particular vendor for your entire stack, which often is not good because it removes your ability to use best of breed solutions in other parts of your architecture. With Leostream, you can choose what hosting platform you want to use in your environment. You can choose what display protocol you want to use to connect users to the environment. You can mix and match different operating systems. You have complete control and complete flexibility to build the best solution that works for all of the different users in your environment. And again, all encapsulated within your own environment. There is no calling home whatsoever. So that's kind of at a high level. Why is Leostream great for these secure environments? Specifically, if we talk a little bit more like nitty gritty and go into features on Leostream, some of the things that we do provide that are very important for these ultra secure dark site government type environments. Multi-factor authentication. We do support a number of different ways that you can authenticate users with multi-factor authentication, whether that be front-ending your Leostream environment with your corporate IDP that supports the SAML protocol, or leveraging some sort of system that supports Radius so that you can do second factor using a token. You can use all of those within Leostream. The other thing that's important, specifically in the Fed space, is our support for PIV and CAC cards. Specifically, that's when you're working with PC over IP Zero clients. That's an extra integration that we have with those clients. They read the card and then we'll authenticate your users with it and pass them on to the desktop. So that's very important in environments where you are required to use those cards. But looking past authentication, there's also just the breadth of features that we have in Leostream that really allow you to define these rich access control rules. So you always have control over who has access to what, when they're allowed to connect, how long they're allowed to be connected to it. And almost as importantly, you are tracking that at all steps of the user's process via the Leostream agent, which only talks to the specific connection broker that you have told it can talk to. And there's a special handshake that occurs between the broker and the agent to ensure that's the case. But the Leostream agent reports all user activity, such as logins and logouts and disconnects and even idle time. It reports that back to the connection broker, so you have it in the logs. And this is obviously important in secure environments because you always need to know who's using what and when. Because even if you have these rich access control rules implemented in Leostream, you still may have people who are logging into machines outside of Leostream, a Leostream login dialog, that is. And the Leostream agent will catch that, report it to the broker, and you'll see if you have rogue, what we call rogue users, which is someone who's maybe just RDP'd directly to a machine or sat down at a console. You'll always see who's using what and can track that to look for any outliers in user behavior. So that's kind of some specific functionality that targets the secure dark site environments. But then on top of that, you get all of the usual Leostream functionality that really allows you to support just about any type of workflow that you need. As I mentioned, whether you want to work up in a cloud or whether you want to work virtualization, maybe you have hosted hardware, different display protocols, anything that you need to do is probably possible within the feature set of Leostream. And we're always here to help you figure out how you can configure the environment in the best way based on the types of problems that you need to solve. If you want to learn more, you can always go peruse around our website at leostream.com or feel free to reach out to us at sales@leostream.com. Thanks.